Hello there, Katarn here,
On the Bendu.
coming back for another reaction to Ahsoka,
Right.
part 2 of the 2-episode premiere. Oh man, what a cliffhanger. We just ended with Sabine's untimely death. No more Sabine, she's done, there's no hope for her. No, I don't believe that for a second. I think she's going to be saved. I'm sure they're not going to do that to us this early in the game, right?
Yeah.
I think Heartbreak is not off the table, but this early? This early? That's crazy.
But like the character developments, the character introductions, the overall story building, and just like that was a really good episode 1. That was a really
phenomenal start to a new series. Yeah. And speaking of character introductions, I thought that Shin and Balon's introduction was so cool.
Phenomenal.
The way he got like a hallway scene right off the bat really just shows you what you need to know about this character and his brutality and his level of ability. And I thought, the more I thought about it,
and then just like how fucking dexterous, like she's such the assassin of the group, where it's like
clearly like she's extremely well trained and she's been training hard for whatever is to come. But I thought that Balon and Shin was like a really good like inverse Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon's first meeting, going to the ship for some diplomatic negotiations, you know.
That's true.
And then here we have a master and apprentice arriving on a ship, just fucking shit up. They're here for the opposite.
I didn't even think about that.
Like,
which also doubles
mirror image.
Interesting. Which also doubles the sort of like nod to Darth Maul that Shin got when she was talking to her little probe droids.
I love that shot. That was so good. That was so good.
Little snitch droids, little
Snitchbot 5000.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nerd Chronic for editing this reaction for us and sneaking it past the Disney blockade. We appreciate your work, sir, as always. Are you ready to dive into episode 2, best friend?
I am.
Do it! Is she sensing her memories?
Sabine.
Or was that just Sabine reliving it?
The droids. They took the map. Relax. You don't understand. I unlocked it.
Look at that T21B over there.
Did you keep a record of what you found?
Fucking droid took a fucking baseball bat to the shit.
I know.
Hitting the table. It's
fully
like
covered their tracks. Maybe they can use the wreckage of one of the droid's memories.
The fucking music, bro.
What is this planet?
God, I love it.
It's Kevin Kiner. It's the same composer that did Star Wars Rebels. That's why it feels so like on point, nonstop. I've been noticing that too.
Like they're so dark and they're so Old Republic, and it's so heavy metal.
They are fucking heavy metal, aren't they?
Like it's so refreshing seeing like High Republic robes, just like bitches wearing armor. Like
yeah, no, they both definitely look hardcore. Ooh, did you hear that? Little Kylo Ren music note in there.
All I hear is Dune. God, his face.
Is that a Purrgil?
So good.
He looked up and there was a shape in this. I think it was a Purrgil. This is such a cool set. I love that they've recreated this. Like they've done such a faithful job. You can feel Ezra living here back in the day. Oh shit! Behind you! Nice. Decapitation! She's totally gonna take the head and just like plug into the memory banks. God, Lethal just looks so good. It's obscene.
It looks like Cloud City almost. You know, like there's
fully
like
same architect.
As long as you didn't short out its capacitors when you sliced it up, I should be able to work with it.
Like me, this kind of droid is incredibly.
I was gonna say, look at that fucking helmet. That's like you can just look at it and you're like, damn, that's a thick ass.
It's an HK series droid. It's meant to be sturdy as hell.
That means they have several built-in backup systems, and as a result,
its memory core stays partially active even after termination.
I was just thinking the juxtaposition of a droid looking into the internal cranium of another fucking droid.
I know. How perverse.
Encrypted. I need a minute.
You don't have a minute. I love it when Star Wars is janky-ass technology.
Switch it off.
This is
Not
so
yet.
video gamey.
Come on, you gotta pass the mini-game to unlock the droid head.
I'm pulling the plug.
Oh, wait.
Dumb
Damn.
bitch. Why would you do that?
I mean, you probably saved them all from a fiery death just now.
Droid came here from Corellia.
Corellia.
The New Republic shipyard?
Nice. Shout out to the Aftermath novels.
Let's get going.
No, you need to recover.
I'm fine.
You need to feed your loath cats, what you need to do. Or at least give Ryder the keys.
You did good.
Tell that to her.
Oh, I love it. She's still Space Mom.
You need to help each other.
You heard her. She doesn't want
That's
my
not what
help.
she said. She said just recover from your goddamn kidney incineration.
I mean, Sabine's always been super headstrong as well. She kind of has to be. And she's a Mandalorian, so it's to be expected.
Thanks, Sarah.
Anytime.
I'm really happy for Hera and everything, and that she's got this promotion and seeing her on Home One, but I want to see the Ghost. I want to see her on the Ghost.
This place was not built by the Jedi. Whose work is it?
An ancient people from a distant galaxy.
From a distant galaxy.
The Chiss.
The Chiss, the Zepho, the Yuuzhan Vong, what are we talking?
Oh, they're giving her the Dathomiri magic sound, and I fucking love it.
Dude, look, there's the green glow. Live action Night Sister magic, bro. Oh, that's cool. Balin kind of looks like he disapproves. Dude, it looks so much like a star map from KOTOR.
God damn, yeah, it does, dude. So maybe she isn't Dathomiri, but maybe she was, like, trained by the Dathomiri.
Those are Purgil.
Fucking terrifying.
It's like a Purgil migration pattern or something.
Ooh,
They're gonna study the Purgil to figure out how to find Thrawn, though.
While Grand Admiral Thrawn is banished.
Pathway to Peridia.
Some call it that.
Peridia?
Pathway to Peridia.
Thrawn calls to me. Across time and space.
I didn't know Thrawn could do that.
Hashtag Interstellar.
Marok will complete his task.
Marok.
Say that he does.
Oh, did she leave the sphere there? I mean, that's kind of cool of her.
I think she left the key with him.
Yeah, I think
it's because that the two of them together are better suited to protect it.
What happens when we find Thrawn?
Power. Such as you've never dreamed.
I wonder if they were setting
what?
Balin's skull up to be the new Joris Kaboeth.
he just wants to fill the power void. That's his whole purpose. He's like, yeah, no, I just want to be the fucking top, bro. Let's fucking go. I'm not a Sith. I'm not a Jedi. I just want to fucking be on top.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. If you have the skill set, there is a massive power vacuum there. Did you see that shipyard, bro? It was gorgeous. It looked just like the one in Star Wars Battlefront 2, but a little bit different. This is great. We had a high-speed chase here in Solo. Is that a Starhawk being built? No way. Hey, the Phantom!
That the little Phantom? Yeah, dude.
That's the Phantom. Nice Haramatter here.
I was just telling General Syndulla that when the Empire fell, all Imperial assets were dissolved and redistributed, including those held by Morgan Elsbeth.
We'd appreciate a look at her former facilities and operations.
Well, I am quite busy at the moment.
I could make this a more formal inspection if you'd like.
That won't be necessary, General. Please, this way.
Twat.
Hey, there he is!
This was one of Morgan's facilities.
Ooh, a red gonk. Nice.
An empire doesn't just become a republic overnight. You will still find ex-Imperials at every level of the New Republic government.
Yeah, we were learning that in Andor.
Oh shit, you're right, yeah.
They have loyalty so long as they're paid.
And you?
My loyalty is to my investors. I'll leave the politics up to you.
She's like, polite smile, yikes. I mean, Hera and Ahsoka have both seen firsthand what apathy will bring the galaxy. It's one thing to not care about politics until it, like, hits home on your door.
Until she lost the map,
At least she unlocked it.
which doesn't do us a lot of good if we don't have it.
Man, give her a break, Ahsoka, come on.
I was wondering if you would consider bringing her back on as your apprentice.
That's pretty bold ask.
Maybe we're both past that.
Like, clearly some serious shit went down between the two of them last time.
Right? Or like the fact that, well, I don't know. I guess theoretically, I mean, do you need the Force to be trained by a Jedi then?
No, because Kanan successfully trained her.
What makes someone ready?
You just know. So do they.
Because the Master needs to be ready also, man. Like, maybe Ahsoka's not fucking ready.
There's being ready to learn, and there's being ready to teach in a style other than the only one that you're comfortable with, you know?
Ah, I see you still have your lightsaber.
Ezra's lightsaber.
Confirmed.
Then he passed it on to you. You have since made your own modifications. So it is now your lightsaber.
For all the good it did me.
Fucking suck it, Internet.
I can't train if Ahsoka doesn't want to teach me.
That is an excuse.
Hey,
Who ain't calling
she
you
quit
out?
on me.
The past is the past. Move forward.
Interesting. Ahsoka quit on her. I thought that it was the other way around. I assumed Sabine ended the training.
If you could have unlocked the map yourself, would Ahsoka have come here?
Irrelevant.
It's very relevant.
General Syndulla.
No,
thought
she's
your
making a valid
insights
point
would
here.
Be valuable. And Lady Tano agreed.
She doesn't want me back.
Yeah,
She
Sabine
wasn't
is a
even
means to
thinking
an
about
end.
me.
That's why she dangled Ezra in front of her to try and get to Thrawn.
Oh, yeah.
I never had the talent. The
Yeah, see,
abilities.
she's not Force sensitive.
Not like Ezra.
That much is true. I have known many Padawans over the centuries, and I can safely say your aptitude for the Force would fall short of them all.
Could have just said you're not Force sensitive. Like, goddamn.
The only time you are wasting is your own.
That's pretty cool of the saber building droid to be like, doesn't matter if you can't use the Force, learn a lightsaber. Here, the only Force is you.
She won't be able to defeat, like, Force users that are at the top of their game, but she'll be better than anyone that's non-Force sensitive with a lightsaber, you know?
Exactly. She can still deflect blaster bolts.
Our board and primary investors have first look at all unique hardware, its price point, and
Who are your
distribution.
investors?
Is that a hyperdrive core?
Refurbished from an SSD ready for its new life serving the Republic.
A superstar destroyer.
The New Republic defense fleet isn't building anything that big. What class of starship are they for?
Let's see.
God, look how Cone and, like, even just weird science, weird mechanisms, like the hard drives even on.
Classified.
Classified.
Hmm?
I'm a general. Nothing's classified to me.
I cannot unseal the document without authorization.
Well, then I'm authorizing it.
I'm not sure you can.
Want to bet?
Like, do you not know who she is or something? What the hell?
What are the types of droids do you have in operation here?
Standard protocol types, as well as CCLs, IW-37s, HV-7s, and other load lifters.
No HK class?
Assassin droid.
I have seen such a droid. I catalog inventory on arriving transports. An HK-class droid recently prevented me from completing this task 5 rotations ago.
Boom. We've got a
I
lead.
need to log a report.
The droid carried a high-level security clearance. I could not object.
Where?
Oh, that's pretty damning.
Stop that ship.
I can't do that, General. They've been cleared for departure.
The HK droids are on board with the SSD's hyperdrive core. Oh, shit! The whole control room? All of them?
All ex-imps.
This fucking guy. Nice.
Go, girl.
Oh my god, run!
Girl, you could have done that. Come on. Oh, I understand. That's fair.
I love that when the Inquisitor saber is only half on, it looks like a giant cutlass.
But at the same time, if they go full circle...
Chopper!
But if they go full circle, it looks like a stupid-ass Keyblade from Kingdom Hearts.
Right.
He's like,
I love that he's got the knight's visor, you know?
exactly. He's like old school, like French, Spanish armor looking shit. And then this one HK.
Oh! That's a sweet shot.
But yeah, see how that one's just like red? It's not as orange as the other two.
It still has a little orange in it, but it is mostly a red blade, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, damn. Ooh! God, he's perfect! Do you think it's still Dave Filoni doing the voice? Nice.
Through the battery and through the head. God damn.
What's the plan here, Hera?
Can't just shoot it down and we crash into the port city.
Is that bad? It's totally Filoni. Dude, the fact that we can still semi-translate Chopper blows my mind.
You can fully understand what Chopper's saying. He always speaks his lines. I love that about him. Ooh, that was a sweet guard.
No, I did not go through your stuff.
Yes, you did. He's so sassy. Cool. I swear to God, if you fly with that fucking hilt...
I was gonna say, bro, like, if you fucking...
If you saber-copter into that shuttle... Oh, the no-look dodge. She's so cool. Gotta get that tracker on there before it hits hyperspace. Come on.
Chuck it, boy.
I believe in you, Chop!
Chuck it.
Yes!
Did you see they did a barrel through it?
You got him.
It just flexed his fucking
little flex.
arms. Did you
Perfect.
see that?
Yes, she's gonna suit up and cut her hair. That's what we've got right now.
Fucking suit up. Put it on. This is the way. This is the way.
This is just like when Kanan cut his hair.
I mean, don't jinx it. Oh, bro, she's wearing it. She's wearing the fucking chest piece. She's ready to go.
This is her saying to herself that she's willing to give up everything to save Ezra. She's willing to die for this mission. That's where Kanan's head was at when he cut his hair and shaved his beard off. He was willing to give it all. Like, Sabine is sitting here thinking she's willing to let this be the last thing she ever does. If it saves Ezra. That's how much guilt she feels. Like survivor's guilt.
True. But I think also when you have short hair, it's probably easier for the suction cup of your helmet to stay on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's the practical reason. I'm just saying, like, the symbolism is because it's very similar in terms of, like, what the character's thinking.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too, man. Let's go.
Fucking go. God, what a fucking what a shot. Do you think that was made in the volume? Do you think Lothal is in the volume?
I think so. I think so. They did make some practical sets, but all those cityscapes are definitely in the volume. I love it. I love that we're starting this series off with the ending of Rebels.
With the, yeah, right.
Fantastic. So when the Rebels epilogue, when she says Ezra's out there and it's time to bring him home, it's because they have the map unlocked.
Oh shit! I was just expecting that to be the end. Where are we at?
Dude, hyperspace docking ring. What? This is what they're installing the hyperdrive core into?
Hilarious.
What the hell?
Hilarious.
They're making a massive portal that can travel to that distant part of the unknown regions.
The appearance of Ahsoka Tano on Corellia troubles you.
Oh, these are interesting holograms.
We made a clean escape.
Is this Chiss technology, maybe?
Her presence in the Force is elusive. And her determination is vivid.
Nothing can prevent our journey.
He respects Ahsoka.
Who is this dude? Like, why is he so strong?
I mean, he's a former Jedi who disappeared after Clone Wars, and only the strongest survived at that point. So, like, the fact that he was able to hide his identity for so long shows that he's, like, truly very skilled.
Directed by
Steph Green. Okay, so we do get different directors every time.
Written by Dave Filoni.
This show's off to a fantastic start, dude.
Based on
Fantastic start. It's ironic, really. I was like, I was thinking about Sabine. I was thinking about Ahsoka, Ezra, Thrawn, all of these animated characters taking the jump into live action and how cool it is. But it didn't even occur to me that I'd be seeing people like Ryder Azadi, like the mayor of Lothal, played by Clancy in live action. Like, he was perfect. We got to see Jai Kell, the senator. Like, this is seriously cool. This is, I don't know. It's hard to think about it without getting emotional. This is kind of like the ultimate, like, millennial Star Wars fan experience. This feels like the culmination of everything that's been released during our adult lives. You know,
that's true.
Everything from the original trilogy was established before we were born, and then the prequels came out while we were still kids. But like,
that's true.
This was like our era of Star Wars. Was all of these characters: Star Wars Rebels, the Clone Wars, and now we're seeing it come to fruition, and it's a special feeling.
For this one,
really
for sure. I think something I can immediately see this show getting a lot of heat for is the fact that these first two episodes have focused so heavily on Rebels characters, and there's still so many people who can't get past the Rebels animation style compared.
And I mean, that's fair. I feel like you kind of have to spend time on them because they're so central to the story.
Right.
You have to know who these people are.
So I'll be curious to see like what episodes or which episodes will have more of like a Clone Wars keynote versus these two, which were straight up Rebels season 5.
100% they were. 100% they were.
Just like, if you don't know who Hera, Chopper, or Sabine, like, you would have no idea who these people are, and this is your first introduction to these characters.
I will say though, I think that as introductions go, that was a pretty damn good Chopper first scene. He was super expressive.
Dude, Chopper was amazing.
He was sassy. He like got the mission done, but he was like not happy about it, and he complained. Like, it was plenty of attitude. Now we just need to see him murder some poor droid, and we'll really know that Chopper is like perfectly executed here.
That's true, right? Or see him pilot one of the ships by himself.
I saw a couple of production stills leading up to the show coming out of Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera, and I thought that something looked off in all of the different shots. It must have just been that they picked the most unflattering possible angles and lighting for those stills, because she looked fine in the episode. She looked really good.
There was a lot more detail we were able to see about like the tattoos and the circle design.
Yeah. The patterns on her leku, you couldn't really see those in the publicity stills, but here in the episode, she looked a lot better.
The turquoise blue of her contacts and her eyes was phenomenal. And the fact that
she looked really good. I was very
impressed. The fact that they were able to still give her like blackish or like dark green eyeliner to even like accentuate how big her eyes were. Like, she was still able to like do massive eye rolls or do like very distinct features, which again is kind of like translating from the animation Filoni verse into a live action thing, because it's like some parts change, like the length of Leku probably changed versus like some of the Twilight.
Well, Ahsoka's Leku are definitely longer than they were in Mandalorian. They've definitely improved that, and I think that they have even done some touch-ups to Hera since releasing those first trailers and images, because she really does look different and she looks better, I think.
Well, they did that with Grand Inquisitor in Kenobi as well. Like, at first, we didn't really know if he was going to have like grooves in his head. We didn't really know if he was actually going to have the reddish yellow, like the reddish orange eyes, of which his contacts were. Like, they gave Inquisitor like the bright, like everything that made.
I don't know, man. They say that a picture's worth 1,000 words, but there's so much that you can't convey in a photo when we're talking about like a moving thing, like videos, that kind of medium. You don't know what a character's going to look like from 359 angles. You don't know what it is. You only know from the one angle of this photo. So like, it's really hard to get like a good sense of how well a character's actually been adapted until you see them moving around and talking and interacting and in multiple lighted, like different lighting situations. And now that we've got that, like, Hera looks fantastic. Seeing Rosario Dawson fight with the longer Leku, like, she looks great. The choreography is totally there. For as far as Ahsoka's fighting moves, she's got the moves down. Like, I will give her that.
My only critique is that her arms were folded almost the entire time. Like, anytime she wasn't fighting or doing something, her arms were folded. And I was like...
I'm thinking one of the first images of Ahsoka that Rosario Dawson saw was her going like this, and that made a big impression, and now this is like her baseline Ahsoka stance.
It's
That's
like,
kind of what it feels
Ahsoka,
like.
Like, she would even do, like, the one hand on the hip and then let the other arm, like there were other...
Everyone has these, like, this has been an ongoing thing since before the show came out. Everyone has these very strong, like, opinions about what Ahsoka should be doing. And Ahsoka's not a monolith, man. She does all kinds of things. She has all kinds of facial expressions and all kinds of poses. And I could stand to see a little more variety from Rosario Dawson in the performance, sure. But also, like, I think that she's not necessarily being out of character.
This is also the first...
Ahsoka definitely has, like, stoic moments, too.
That's true. Because, like, she wasn't this as... I think you're right. Something must have happened between, like, either A, the 10 years of her training Sabine, or B, like, whatever in-between time period happens between, like, now and then her meeting Grogu and Din Djarin.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I won't say that she was happier, but she definitely seems, like, more...
She's been through some stuff. I get that idea. I get that feeling, too.
Yeah.
100%. Like, she has suffered a lot. She has new traumas that we don't even know about yet.
Yeah. So
some terrible things have happened in those 10 years. And I also think that just, like, her falling out with Sabine really, really hurt her. You know?
So I'm still trying to figure out, like, as what we're watching now is happening with her, what else is happening in the universe at the same time? Just to sort of help me recognize.
The easiest way to put it is that, like, think of this era as, like, Mandoverse, right?
Yeah.
Starting with The Mandalorian Season 1, Episode 1, everything that's been released since then has been in chronological order, unless you're counting things like Andor and Kenobi. But things that take place after Return of the Jedi have been released in the correct order. So Mando happened, then Book of Boba Fett happened, then Mando Season 4 happened, now Ahsoka is happening, and that's the order in universe that these events took place as well. So at this point, all of the Mando stuff has happened. You know, Mandalore is where we last saw it.
So her dealing with Grogu and Luke and having the conversation of, like, do you really
That's
want
happened.
To chain them?
That's happened, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Well, the only like snag in that thought for me is, like, why is Morgan Elsbeth only now being transported to prison?
Right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's why
Ahsoka defeated her like a whole 2.5, 3 seasons of TV ago, and if it is all concurrent in terms of timeline, then maybe they've been interrogating her for all she's worth for the last, like,
I could totally see. Could you imagine how long spaceport could last? Well, at the same
That's
time,
true, and you're in a space cell waiting for your court date too. You know, like, it's not like you get immediate proceedings upon arrest.
Especially
so
if you were a high-ranking
I guess it makes
Imperial
sense.
or, like, semi-high-ranking Imperial.
Dude, that captain of the transport ship in the beginning, I don't know, man. Those were some foolhardy decisions. He's like, we have a high-risk, high-value prisoner on board. We're on our way to a rendezvous. A random ship that wasn't on the schedule is now trying to dock with us.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to call their bluff. Let them board so I can give him a talking to. It's like, what the hell, dude? Where's your security protocols? You should be, like, raising shields, hailing them, and telling them not to approach because you're, like, on secret business.
Yeah, or you'd blast them out.
There was no sense of urgency. There was no sense of danger. He's just sort of like, well, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Yeah, no, it was dumb.
Overall, I'm really enjoying this, and it feels like suitably campy and suitably goofy in the ways that Rebels were. Rebels was, like, goofy in a lot of ways, but the ways that kind of make sense in live action, they've taken those and they've added it to it. Like Ahsoka having to, like, twist all those different columns and, like, do a bunch of fiddly stuff to get the temple to activate. That was straight out of a Rebels episode. Like, that was some was some silly nonsense.
Or Bad Batch.
Yeah, but just, like, Star Wars animation does that kind of stuff all the time, and that's what it felt like to me.
That's true.
I think Kevin Kiner or the Kiner brothers, I should say, are absolutely killing it on the music.
Yes,
it's
music is
I think really helping tie the whole thing together and make it feel like animation is the fact that we're hearing the same kind of orchestration that we always heard in Rebels too. You know, it really helps.
I was just really inquisitive that or really happy that Inquisitor didn't do the flying helicopter exit.
For like a second there, my blood ran cold, and I was like, "Oh no! Don't you dare!
Yeah,
don't you dare!"
That would have been so.
I think we will get it. I think we're gonna get it for like a split second.
Watching through different parts of Rebels, or like watching Kenobi, like there's different, like you were saying about campiness. There's like different levels of seriousness that you get from different aspects of Star Wars.
Definitely,
and it's going to be really cool and curious seeing where Ahsoka falls on the line of
completely. We're going to have to wait and see, you know, and I feel like it's going to be different for different episodes too. I think we're going to have funny episodes where it's like a chopper mess around, and then we're going to have ones that are like really serious and tragic. Like we're probably going to get Baylan Skoll's backstory and like an Order 66 scene explaining how he escaped, and it's probably going to be fucking heartbreaking. Not just because his character has a sad arc, but because Ray Stevenson passed away and this is his final performance, and that's just going to add like an extra level of emotion to all of his character's scenes.
And from what little intel that we've been gifted and gathered, he wasn't written out either, or his character wasn't written out.
Oh, we don't know that. At least I don't know that. I'm kind of hoping that he dies this season, because otherwise it's going to feel really unsatisfying if he just sort of isn't there next season, you know? It would, and it sucks, but like it would be much better to get closure for a character as cool as his. Like to have them just sort of left open-ended like that. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see how they choose to handle that. Either way, really strong start to this series. I am really enjoying it, and I feel like having the perspective of being like a hardcore Star Wars Rebels fan only enhances this. But I'm very curious what your experience is like if you're not a fan of Rebels, or if you've just never seen Rebels. Watching these first 2 episodes of Ahsoka, if that describes you, let me know in the comments below what you thought of this show. I really want to know how it all shakes out if you don't have that nostalgia power of, oh my god, remember this, remember that. So please let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you guys. This reaction was edited by Nerd Chronic down to 10 minutes of fair use. If you want to check out the full-length uncut version of this reaction, it's available right now on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video to the Patreon page where you can watch all of our stuff in its full-length glory. You also get access to content, polls, early access, a couple of Discord perks as well. It's a good time over there.
My only thought is, thank God that these aren't midnight release.
No, right? Seriously,
like, or whoever made that, or like, whatever exec made that decision. I personally thank you, and I hope you get the biggest basket of muffins.
Cynically, I think it has to do with the SAG and WGA strikes and the fact that promotion is so limited, and they're trying to get more social media promotion of it just based on the fact that it comes out earlier. Everyone live tweets.
Oh yeah,
episodes,
that's true. That's true.
So I think that there is a little bit of an ulterior motive there, but it suits our purposes a lot better because we're in the PST time zone, and so now we've gone from midnight to 6 p.m. And let me tell you, reacting to something at 6 p.m. is much more comfortable. You know, we're not up all freaking night, so that's pretty nice, I have to say. And my condolences to anyone that's in a part of the world that now has to watch it at midnight or 3 a.m. because that sucks. But we feel your pain because that was us not too long ago. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed our reaction to Ahsoka Episode 2. Catch the full-length reaction up on Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video. And as always, may the Force be with you.